Amen, say man, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to talk about the biggest copers / the biggest sore losers in the UFC. Every time they lose, they got excuses. We're going to talk about them. I'm going to rank the biggest 4 copers from least to the most coper. Before we go to the video, I want to wish y'all Happy New Year. I hope this year will be your best year. And let's get right back to the video. And number 4. Now, this is a fighter I like. And I'm sure everybody likes, but I have to put him in here. Number 4 is Charles Oliveira. Yes, Charles Oliveira is one of the nicest people in the UFC, but he does make excuses. I'm gonna be real, guys. Even if I get hate on it, he does make a lot of excuses. When he lost to Islam Makhachev, he said, I just didn't feel 100%. Oh, I didn't feel 100%.
Never in my life. I've never had that feeling. For all of you that are real fans of mine that admire what I do, did you see 10% of me there at all?
Against Arman Tsarukyan, I wasn't aggressive enough. Then he fights Michael Chandler, who was not active for a while, who his fans predicted Charles Oliveira is going to decimate him and beat him. Now all of a sudden he says, yeah, now I'm way better right now. Yes, this is exactly how I should have fought Arman and Islam. No! Arman and Islam put you on a back foot. They didn't let you come forward, and with their wrestling, they made you gun shy. With their takedown threat, they made you worry about the wrestling, so you couldn't throw that many strikes. And when you did throw, they made you pay for your mistakes. Islam caught you whenever you started going reckless, whenever you did the knee, and Arman Tsarukyan started getting takedowns on you. So it's not about you not feeling 100%. It's about maybe they're your hardest matchup. Maybe against wrestlers, you're just not performing that well. Against wrestlers that actually shoot. Michael Chandler, he got out-wrestled with Charles Oliveira. He's not on the caliber of Islam Makhachev and Arman Tsarukyan. I think Islam beats Charles Oliveira 9 out of 10 times, if not 10 out of 10 times. I don't think it's because, you don't feel 100%, Charles Oliveira had something wrong. No. You're a great fighter, but Arman Tsarukyan and Islam Makhachev are better than you. That's just how it is. I don't care how much hate I get on this, but that's how it is. Number 3, Yuri Prochazka. Yuri Prochazka is also surprisingly a big sore loser. Even though he has the samurai personality and he doesn't care about nothing, you would think that he wouldn't make excuses. That's what I used to think. But he literally blamed the Alex Pereira loss on black magic.
On the MMA Hour with Ariel, you were talking about Alex using shamans and spiritual. Can you kind of explain that?
Now everybody knows that, and he's doing these rituals before the fight. Everybody can feel that what's around him and what's going on. So, and I think Alex can't fight without that.
He blamed the first loss on black magic, and then he lost again. Like what? What you mean black magic, bro? He literally blamed, yes, you heard it right. He blamed Alex Pereira on using black magic to beat him and using shamanic beliefs and things like that. Which, yes, Alex Pereira uses beliefs, but bro, you can do whatever you want. Yuri Prochazka literally locks himself in dark rooms and does a whole lot of thinking. He believes in samurais and whatever like he does. I don't know, but you're free to do whatever helps you, man. That's what Alex Pereira wants to do, so that's what he does. You have your own things that you do too. That's just excuses blaming it that, man, Alex Pereira does some rituals, Alex Pereira does this, does that. Brother, you lost, man. You lost. Alex Pereira is just better than you because your defense is not great and you're fighting someone with a lot of power who's precise. Yes, you will lose. It's not because of some black magic. Number 2, we have Jamal Hill. Surprisingly, he's not number 1 because there's a bigger coper, bigger sore loser than him. But Jamal Hill, whenever he lost to Alex Pereira, he blamed it on the timeout. He said Herb Dean gave Alex Pereira a timeout, and then Alex Pereira was still coming forward during the timeout, and that's why I got knocked out. Even though he had 3-4 seconds after the timeout. Then Alex Pereira caught him, but he blames it fully on the timeout. He thinks if the timeout didn't happen, Alex Pereira was not going to knock him out and pound on his head. So he's still coping, but I respect that level of cope, which is why I think he will beat Yuri Prochazka. He still thinks he's the best fighter. He is a little delusional, yes. He is delusional about what happened against Alex Pereira. He's not admitting the loss, but I believe that's why he's going to beat Yuri Prochazka. Not only do I think he's a better fighter than Yuri Prochazka, but this cope, this delusion that he's still the best fighter, that's what every fighter has to have. Being delusional is the best base in MMA. Whenever you're in a sport like this, you want to be a champion, you want to accomplish something that's so hard, you have to be delusional. You have to be delusional. If you're realistic, you're not going to be able to achieve what these great athletes achieve. So, I like Jamal Hill being like this. Like, he is a sore loser, but I don't blame him for being a sore loser, and I don't hate it personally. I like seeing Jamal Hill do this. Number 1 on our list is Colby Covington. Colby Covington is the biggest sore loser that I've ever seen in my life. This guy, first time he lost to Kamaru Usman, he got knocked out. He was like, oh, early stoppage, even though his jaw was broken.
Because you got the worst decision in the history of the sport. So many bad calls against me. Oh, yeah, no, you... Him trying to put Covington away! Didn't I stood right up? That wasn't even close. No, face. Marty Fake Newsman, you didn't break my face. I got right up and protested it.
The fight was close though. Colby might have been winning the fight, but he got knocked out and he says, oh, fake stoppage, the stoppage didn't count, I never got knocked out. We were like, okay. Then he fights Kamaru Usman again in a rematch. He loses a clear decision. He's like, oh, I won 48-47, man.
Go rewatch that fight, man. You must have not seen the tape.
I've watched it 5 times.
He was done. If he didn't go to the stool, he was stumbling around. He couldn't even keep his feet.
Yeah. It was a hell of a fight,
There was 30 seconds more. He's done. I mean, Usman's still my son. You know, I'm better than him. Even he said...
I won 48-47. He lost the first round. He got dropped twice in the second round, arguably 10-8. Then the last 3 rounds were all close. There's no way you can give all of the 3 to Colby. Even then, it will be a draw if you score round 2, 10-8. He was like, man, I won 48-47, man. I won round 3, 4, and 5. Like, what is this, brother? Just take your losses. Then against Leon Edwards, he still said he thought he won the fight. Against Joaquin Buckley, well, this is the most realistic Colby Covington excuse. Like, this is not that crazy of a quote because it was short notice. He did probably come out of the couch. So I'll take this excuse. This excuse is not that bad, but it's still an excuse either way. You took the fight. You shouldn't have signed the fight. You shouldn't have agreed to fight. And all these great fighters that if you're a great fighter, you want to be a champion, you should be always in a gym. Because you want to be a champion, right? You believe you're going to be a champion again. You're saying that you still think you're the best welterweight. Well, you shouldn't come out of the couch. I think Buckley just gave you some trouble. I believe if the cut didn't happen, Colby could have had more success. But either way, you know, it is an excuse. It's his best excuse, but because he usually makes excuses after every fight. So the Buckley one is an alright excuse, but still it's an excuse and he's the number 1 sore loser and biggest coper in the UFC. But that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe, comment down below, and peace.